Kyle, that win over Widnes today means that Halifax have made the playoffs for 2025. First of all, speaking of the game, how are your nerves after that frantic finish?
Yeah, not good, actually. Yeah, it did get real frantic there, didn't it, towards the end. And, the lads held their nerve, to be honest. When they scored the try there in the corner, composed, stayed in the picture, stayed alive to things, and ultimately sold it at the end. So, credit to them.
How pleasing was the first hour? The first hour really before Widnes got on the scoreboard, the way that we kind of built control, and even though we scored tries, we left some tries out on the field as well.
Yeah, definitely. I was really pleased actually for the team, because they actually, everything we spoke about, they tried to deliver it, and they did deliver a lot of it. So that's pleasing for the coach. And yeah, look, we spoke at half time that Widnes are going to have a purple patch. How good can we be at winning that and riding it out? And I thought the lads did a great job.
It's our fourth consecutive win, last 2 weeks against fellow playoff chasers. Coming good just at the right time of the season. How important is momentum coming into these playoffs?
Yeah, it's crucial, isn't it? It is really important. Having the right momentum, preparing yourselves correctly, and understanding what's at stake in these games, because like you say, they're all playoff kind of intensity. You got to get your mentality right, and that's one thing I'm really pleased with actually this week. Everybody deserves credit for that, because it's not just coaches or club, or the players and the leaders in the team. I think the messaging from them was absolutely perfect. They understood what game it was, and how to keep control of it, and I'm really pleased for them.
It's a real blood and thunder attritional game at times. Saw a couple of Halifax players go off. Connor Davies went down the tunnel, as well as Woodburn Hall. Do you know anything about how they're doing? Yeah,
they're both obviously a couple of little knocks there, and Connor, Connor's as tough as anything, isn't he? But he's got a knock to his head, and he's fine. And then same with Woody to his ankle, I think, or foot. So we just give them a few days, see how they get on, and then we'll see how they are.
Personally speaking, your first year in the role, you've made the playoffs in the first year. Is that what you were aiming for when you walked through the doors last November?
No, I didn't really. I didn't look that far down the line. I think it'd be probably a little bit disrespectful of me to just walk in and start making goals to do this, that, and the other. We wanted to make a team that's tough to beat. Compete against everybody, and change the mindset a little bit. And I think we've done that. Like I said, the credit goes to the players, not me or the coaches. They go out there and do it, don't they? So I'm really happy for them. It don't end here, does it? So we enjoyed today, and rightly so. But we'll get back to work on next week.
How confident are you making a mark in the playoffs? As I say, 4 wins on the spin coming into it. This championship throws up all sorts of prizes. Anyone can beat anyone. Is there anyone you've got your eye on particularly, or is it a case of just bring anyone on?
Yeah, but you have to, you don't get choice, do you? So, and at the end of the day, we have beaten some of the teams up there above us. So that's no problem. Whoever it is, we'll be ready to go and win the game, and that's fine.
Ironically, the last home game of the season was our first home game back for 120 days. How good was it to be back at the Shea for that final game?
Yeah, it was great, and it always is. And even some of the lads who haven't managed to play, the Alfies, the Dayons, George was here, and it's just like they couldn't believe it, and they was desperate to play. Some of them, and Alfie really enjoyed his outing as well. So listen, it's always great being at the Shea. The fans are great, and they mean a lot to us, and they always find a way to help the lads along in them tough periods, and it goes a long way to the lads, and it's something we really appreciate.